Hello, welcome back to another stream on the Haunted Hippie channel. Welcome, my little goblins and ghouls. Today we finally actually have some stuff to talk about. I feel like the horror news well has been running pretty dry, and today we actually have some really interesting headlines, and I think actually some interesting stuff to like dig into, okay? Not just like headlines with fluff. I mean, we very well could figure that out today, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be a good night. We've got, let's see, Saw news. We've got updates on Zach Cregger's Resident Evil. We've got to talk about the new Final Destination that was announced. There's some news on Del Toro's Frankenstein. There's some news for Scary Movie 6. There's some news about a Weapons prequel, Blood and Honey 3. And then a ton of horror movies have been announced recently with some of our favorite actors in them. So I hope everybody is stoked for tonight. I hope you're all keeping your lips hydrated as well. I'm going to see who's here. Alexis was here earlier dropping tips. Thank you so much. I could be in Final Destination 7 as Eric's grieving girlfriend. That'd be awesome. That'd be fantastic. I don't think that my acting career will be really taking off so much in time for casting of that, but I appreciate you living in Delulu land with me. Another scary movie is coming out. Yes, and we're going to talk about this today. Wonder how they're going to parody horror movies like Get Out, Midsommar, and Sinners. And isn't it like kind of weird that it does it feel like almost too late to anybody else to be parodying Get Out? Do you know? Like, it feels so long ago to me. I think it's just because I've had a lot of formative years between then and now. But it also, like, it feels a little bit too late because, you know, Scream 5 commented on a lot of that a couple years ago. So I feel like to me it's going to feel a little bit late, but obviously there's so much new material there. So we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Hello. Thank you. We see your favorite coming of age movies are Ferris Bueller, Dazed and Confused, Scream, Superbad, Lady Bird, Booksmart. Out of those, Dazed and Confused, obviously. Scream, I don't know. Do you guys think that Scream is a coming of age movie? I never really considered it that. It's yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, Sydney has obviously an arc, but I didn't really consider it that. Ferris Bueller is a good one. That one and Superbad, they're up there. I don't know if I put them in like my top 5. Lady Bird and Booksmart might be though. Another one is obviously Blocked. Yeah, new Saw movies are actually in development, so we will get into that today. That's probably what I'm going to kick the stream off with once I'm finished catching up with everybody. Thank you so much. I don't know if that M. Night Shyamalan movie with Jake Gyllenhaal is happening. I'm very curious about it. Yeah, but like a lot of times something really exciting will be announced, and like especially if it's with big people, like with Ryan Coogler and Sinners, it was announced that Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan were making like a new period piece together, or it was announced that he was making a vampire movie, and then it became really hush hush for, I swear to God, like a year and a half until we started getting, you know, more announcements and then eventually the trailer. So, you know, something like that'll be announced and then we're not going to hear about it again for like 2 years or something. So I don't know any updates on that one. Hello, Austin. Good to have you. I know, right? So appreciated. Am I going to watch the new K-pop Demon Hunters movie? I heard it's really good. I have heard that it's really good as well. I've seen nothing but good things. It's not something that I would ever naturally be attracted to, but I will hopefully get to it. If not by the end of this month, then definitely sometime in September, and I'll include it in a recap somewhere. Because, yeah, I've heard that it's really, really good. Oh, John, you made it. Oh, you know what? Actually, I could kick off with that. Let me show you guys something exciting. Something very, very exciting. So the fundraiser for Famished has officially surpassed the 25% mark, if you will. And John, whose comment I just read, has donated another $100. You might be our top donor so far. But yeah, this past week has been a really good week for the GoFundMe. And so I'm feeling pretty optimistic that we're going to be watching Human Centipede together sometime in September. I think it'll be happening sometime next month. So glad that you made it. I think we do. Good evening, Paul. You have a lady friend. I went with 2 girlfriends to see the K-pop movie. Looks like they had fun. Oh, I didn't know it went to theaters. Hello. Since you asked for one, I made a bad reviews. Bingo! Oh my God. I wonder because YouTube always flags linked comments. I would have to like dig through the hidden comments probably to find that, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, it's not even in like my filtered comments, I don't think. I think YouTube just doesn't allow you to post links anymore. Kind of sad. But maybe if I catch it, I'm not good with Instagram, but there's a decent chance that I would catch it if you like posted it on your story and tagged me. So we will find a way. Scott will not. I know I teased him on my Instagram story, but he lied. I said, "Are you going to be on the stream?" And he said, "Yes." That was a lie. He just left for the gym, but he always does pop in actually. And he never comments anything. He's just a lurker, but at any given moment in my streams, he'll be here for, like, and I don't know when. And I always forget that he does this because he almost never mentions it. But the other night he mentioned that he popped on, and I was like, "What?" He was like, "Oh yeah, I always do." Hello. How am I? I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know. A little bit of a headache, like just kind of tired. But excited for horror news. This is always the light at the end of the tunnel of my day. Thank you. Is a new Halloween game part of your horror movie news? Also, have you seen the trailer? If not, can you react to it? No boobs like in the Hellraiser trailer. Perfect. I should put this on the list for today, actually. I don't know if that would be a copyright issue. I should probably save it till like towards the end. Halloween game trailer so that we don't get cut off during the stream. So yeah, I'll probably save that for the end and then I'll absolutely react to the trailer. But I don't know if that one, I'll look into it later. I don't know if that one's going to be supported on Mac. I have a feeling it won't be, and I'll be so sad. Hello. Oh my god. Oh, one of my faves of all time. I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know. Yes, movie news. I know but I feel okay about it because I think we got the most beautiful send-off that we possibly could have for him, so I feel okay about it. They did right by him, Oh, well, good to see ya. Nice. Hello. Trailer for the new Silent Hill, the game, or there was going to be a movie, I think, at some point. No, I haven't yet. I prioritize my physical media. I do apologize. Thank you. Am I going to watch that new War of the Worlds movie? Oh, yes, I need to watch that too. Oh, damn it. Yes, I need to watch that. I need to watch it so that you guys don't have to. Hello. Oh, why are you disappointed? I'm really excited. I don't even really know anything about Resident Evil. I've seen the first 2 movies, and I don't really get it so far, and I cannot play any of the games on my computer because it's not supported by Mac. But I'm excited for a new Zach Cregger film. Okay, so let's kick things off with what's going on with Saw. So I kind of skimmed this, and I'm not gonna say that it's, a non-story, but I will say that I wish we learned more. We did learn some pretty juicy things, okay? So there was a time where it was set for a theatrical release this year, but it stalled out because, we talked about this when it happened, when Blumhouse acquired the franchise rights from Twisted Pictures. So Twisted Pictures producer has spilled the beans. Okay. So he and his partner just could not agree on the direction for Saw 11, which is just so lame. So yeah, it was supposed to take place immediately after Saw X ended, which I think would have been perfect. They could have like ridden the momentum of that moment so hard, and it would have been so great, and just like the rebirth of the franchise. And yeah, everybody was in, and I'm assuming that means like cast and whatever, and then they just couldn't agree on the execution. That's so lame. Because like this was something that was swirling around the rumor mill, but we had yet to get a quote from any of the producers about it. So this is the first time that's like, I think for sure been confirmed. But we do know that the Saw franchise creators James Wan and Lee Wanell will be helping to guide the future of the franchise. alongside Blumhouse and Lionsgate. And Juan says Saw holds a special place in my heart. Coming back to this world with a fresh perspective is thrilling and deeply personal. For me, this will mark a significant creative return to the franchise for the first time since the early days, and I'm very much looking forward to embracing the original spirit while pushing the legacy forward in bold, unexpected ways. I don't know really what I feel about this. I think that if Malignant is any indication of the quality of horror that we can expect from Juan, then I think that I'm really excited. But I felt like the current ownership and current team that was doing Saw was obviously doing a fantastic job, because Saw X was like, I don't know, the second or third best of the entire franchise, and just such a breath of fresh air. I'm like, going back to the guys that kicked things off 22 years ago, what can we expect? I'm not really sure. I don't really fully know how I feel about it. Like, I don't know that Lee Wanell has done anything that's super impressed me in the last couple years. Aside from, I really loved Invisible Man when it came out. It's depreciated just a hair for me in the years since. And then Wolfman was a movie. So I don't know what I feel about this. I don't know what I feel. I need to know what you guys are going to say about it. So new Halloween game is going to be on Steam, but for PC. Boo! Boo! Ugh. Greetings. Want creator to do original? Well, he's got to do, that's how it is in the biz. You got to do one for them, one for you, because the movies that you want to make, you're not really going to get paid that much for. So you gotta, especially when that's only going to be his fourth studio film. I can never remember what the situation was with that, because he, like, even in interviews calls Barbarian his debut, which, like, it's not. But rest assured, we will definitely be getting another original movie from Zach Cregger, but he's got to make a little money so he can stick around. My favorite character, probably Stack. And what was her name? Mary. I love the two of them. Hello. React to the Halloween game trailer. Nick Castle is... What? Really? That's kind of surprising to me. I'm assuming maybe not for the whole game, because is it wrong of me to assume that he can't still fully move like that? Excuse me. I'm sorry. You already saw it because you saw a YouTube review about it. It's so bad that it's okay. Oh, really? It seemed like it just was so bad that it was so bad. I don't know if I follow a single person that gave it over 1 star on Letterboxd. I think majority of people give it a half star. Let me see. War of the Worlds. It has an average rating of 1.0 on Letterboxd. Hand to God, I've never seen that before. In all my days on this app, I have never seen an average rating that low. 80.9 thousand people gave it a half-star rating, but then tell me why 5.5 thousand people give it a perfect 5-star rating. I'm assuming that's irony. I'm assuming it's ironic, but that is so cuckoo bananas. That is so, like, am I gonna love it? Am I? You guys know how I feel about the Bye Bye Man. I don't know. Dead Meat got me hyped for more Saw movies this summer, or more Saw this summer with their pod. Rewatch all the movies. I will be holding off on doing my rewatch and getting my hype back up until there is a new release on the books, because they can't play me like that again. I'm not playing into it. John Carpenter also has one coming out called Toxic Commando. I didn't know he was working on a horror game. Yeah, you said it, not me. Upgrade was good. I enjoyed Upgrade. That movie is not made for me, though. Yeah, it's solid. Like, I definitely recommend it. It's like a 3.5 out of 5 for me, because it was really good. Camera work is great. It's an interesting story, but not really my vibe. So, am I gonna do a thing on Alien Earth? I want to so bad. I want to so bad. I might wait and do a free trial kind of thing in September or maybe even later so that I can binge it because I don't like having to wait for weekly episodes. I'm almost finished with the first half of season 2 of Wednesday, and I know that I'm going to be pissed when I have to wait again. So anywho, yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked for the Halloween season. I recently figured out my content schedule for spooky season and it's looking very, very bright. I see my future and my present and it is bright and I am sharing all of that with the patrons next week. Um, 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 yeah, I think that you know what I'm probably gonna do? I'm gonna get like really, really high and watch it. And maybe I'll make Scott watch it with me and maybe we'll take shots or something. Don't waste my time. But I have to. I have to. I'll just like practice guitar while I'm watching it or something so I'm not wasting my time. I think the original is probably still my favorite, but I haven't seen that one in a couple years and I enjoyed Spielberg's. I know, like that's the worry. Like why are the girls fighting when we should be more concerned about Tobin Bell's age? Like, let him go out on a high note as well. Like, don't be rolling him onto that set. Do you know what I mean? It's like just trying to squeeze everything they can out of him. I don't like it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, with Saw, I feel happy about the fact that I know the franchise is in the hands of someone who just green lights IP when he should not. Okay, and his name may or may not rhyme with Snason Plum. So I feel like there's more hope for us actually getting a movie within the next 2 years, maybe. However, an odd team to tackle Saw. Just maybe James Wan will take it more back to his roots of, I don't know if you guys have seen Death Sentence, but that was very thriller vibes, and the original Saw kind of has that Zodiac thriller feel to it. So maybe we'll kind of get back to that a little. And that's cool. That'd be cool. I'm just like not sure about Blumhouse doing Saw. I was really pleasantly surprised with the majority of how they handled Halloween. We don't need to talk about The Exorcist Believer. Saw is going to be interesting. I just don't, to me, it's hard to see that aligning with their brand. Because even Atomic Monster, like I know it's James Wan. I know it's literally like the original team that created Saw. Like I know this. But Atomic Monster has not really produced Saw-like films. Again, if Malignant is any indication of what we can expect from James Wan, we're in very, very safe hands. It just seems kind of weird to me. Anyway. Oh, we're going to be watching some Halloween films. Yeah, I haven't scheduled out the live streams, but the actual like videos are all scheduled out for the next couple months. Excuse me. Why do I think it's so hard? That's a really good question. I would probably need to put some more thought into that. Like, maybe the easy answer is that it's a simple concept and people think that they can just be really simple with it every time, even though it's not like traditional slashers where you can just have good kills and that'll do the job. TCM, the original, has such a specific vibe that is, number one, really hard to replicate, but number two, I just don't know, like, it would take a filmmaker who would be really, really bold and get in deeper with that kind of subject matter. I almost ironically feel like Tucker and Dale vs. Evil makes the kind of commentary that could be made in a TCM type film. And also like the Wrong Turn reboot from 2021, how that kind of explores prejudice on all different ends. Like, I think that's a direction that could be done with TCM, but because it is IP and maybe because there are so many bad movies of the franchise, the bar is just so low, so people don't try. I don't know. That's just some off the cuff pondering. Let me know your thoughts. I don't know about way better, but I liked it better for sure. I think Saw is all about the traps now. Scaling back, making it more thriller would be kind of boring. Yeah, I wouldn't, that would not be my preference, but that's just kind of what I'm musing about because it is going to be back in the hands of Lee Whannell and James Wan. I wonder if that's what they would want to do. I hope not. I hope that James Wan wants to make more like batshit crazy stuff like Malignant. So, you think that the Saw traps in the new one will be more high tech? I kind of doubt it would be a straight up reboot. I really, really hope not. Because I mean, we know they tried with Spiral, and Saw is not Saw without Tobin Bell. It's just not Saw without him. They would need to do a proper send off the way they did for Tony Todd for me to accept a full on reboot, because they tried. And you know what? And then you know what? And they tried twice. And I know he's in Jigsaw a little bit, and it's a cameo, and it's like, oh my god, but that doesn't count. Okay, so anyway, I feel like Lee Cronin, yeah, or they could finally let Rob Zombie do it. Although here's the thing, Rob Zombie dialogue would indeed be fitting for TCM. It would be, but I don't want any more of it. I've seen like 8 of Rob Zombie's films at this point, and all the dialogue just starts to blend together. I don't want more of that. So that's tough. I'm like, yes and no. Very much yes, but also very much no. Lee Cronin, I think, would have a blast with it, but his Evil Dead Rise, like, the tone that he captured was so perfect, because it's like so crazy violent, so fucked up, but there's that cheekiness to it. There's that super fun little glint of it, there's that fun little wink to it. And TCM, I don't feel like that's the tone for TCM. Like, he could easily do all the crazy gore and do all that great stuff. Maybe that's the tone that TCM needs to like breathe new life into it. I don't really see it as that, but it could, I would take it. You'd hope for an announcement that John Carpenter will make a Dead Space movie, not to mention The Thing sequel he's supposedly making. I have not heard anything about that. I don't know about all that. But anyway, okay. I got a little off topic there. Why don't we talk about, since Weapons and Cregger was coming up, why don't we talk about the updates to his Resident Evil? And I'll be honest, I did mention this a little bit already in my Weapons review, but this excites me so much. Austin Abrams, I just think like doesn't really get the flowers that he's due, and I feel like he's gonna start, especially after Weapons. He was totally a hit in that movie. I think he's so talented. And we've got some updates here. Okay. As a fresh new take on Resident Evil film franchise, an untitled movie that'll be the filmmakers' follow-up to Weapons. Well, tease won't be shackled by the video game franchise's lore, and we've got more teases this week. Is this okay with you guys? Is this okay with you guys? Because it was not okay with everyone with David F. Sandberg's Until Dawn. So is this okay? I don't know. I haven't played the games. It's going to be the 8th live-action movie. My God. He's never actually seen any of the previous movies? Oh my God. I did not even skim this article. So that's news to me. It's not going to be at all like Barbarian and Weapons. It's going to be a rock'em sock'em. It's for me to play and turn my brain off and just make an Evil Dead 2, get crazy with the camera. Austin Abrams is going to be my guy. Weird, fun, wild story. The fact he compared it to Evil Dead 2, I saw that in the headline, and that was why I brought it up in weapons, because I was like, oh, we're winning. Like, oh, we're winning. We're winning. The movie follows a person from point A to point B. It's like a real-time journey where you just go deeper and deeper into the depths of hell. And it's really a love letter to the games because I love those games. This is a story that I would have wanted to write whether I got the IP or not. I just happen to have these Resident Evil people be down. So I get to play in that sandbox doing it because I think this movie is going to be fucking awesome. I consider Resident Evil an original thing, and I think you will too when you see it. His movie will not be completely obedient to the lore, tell a story that feels authentic to the experience when you play the games, tells the inverse and never chat. The movie won't feature any characters either. Won't feature any characters from the Resident Evil games. So, okay, I would expect, like, if the movie's gonna be called Resident Evil, or it's untitled currently, but it's gonna be an official Resident Evil film and it's not following the lore of the games, I would expect maybe it be following one of the characters from the games. But what do I know? It's not breaking the rules of the games. I'm the biggest worshiper of the game, so I'm telling a story that is a love letter, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell Leon's story. Leon's story is still in the games. Fans already have that. Which this is, and you know what? I'm curious what you guys will say. I know that it's kind of a toss-up. It's like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Some fans are like, the story's already told perfectly in the game, don't change it, or the story's already perfectly told, do something else with it. I think I'm more of a do something else with it kind of a gal, personally. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what you guys have to say. You'd love to see Oz Perkins do TCM? Yeah, I think, yeah, yes. Maybe he's been a little hit or miss for me. Maybe the tone of Longlegs could work. There's a little bit of a deep layer of humor that could kind of align with like the original TCM and how they were trying to make a comedy out of that. Maybe. I don't know. I think at this point it does. Like, that's more what I'd be signing up for than anything else. It doesn't need to be a full-on slasher. Like, it can be saved more towards the end or something. I don't know. I just like don't really need another TCM, to be honest. He could do for Resident Evil what Amazon did for Fallout. I still haven't seen that. Apologies. Oh, thank you. Yes. Go ahead and do that. Are you typing the bingo thing? Okay, wait. I need to look right now and screenshot so I don't forget. Wait, how do you see? Oh my god, I don't know how this works. I don't know how this works. How do I might have to go, I have to go to my requests, and then okay, I'm gonna add it to my story, and then okay, I've been saying this. I do say that a lot. Boring 2.0. Oh my god, okay. I can't wait to look over that whole thing later. Thank you for doing that. Huge. Okay. Life of Chuck. Oh, physical media for Life of Chuck. Oh, I hope that one will continue to build. I'm really hoping so. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, and thanks for weighing in on this. Yes, okay. The original games, especially the first game, borrows a lot from Evil down to the game's original cover art. Not only that, the first few games are like B movies. That's perfect. Oh, well, I've seen the first 2 movies with Mila Djokovic, and didn't really like them, and I can like barely remember them at the moment. Let me I want to say that what did I give them, like 2.5 stars? I don't know. Yeah, I give the first one 2.5 stars. I don't know if it's for me. Resident Evil Apocalypse, did I give that one I gave that one 3 stars. And it made me curious about the rest of the franchise, but then I didn't own the rest of the franchise on physical media, so I didn't do it. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Fans aren't gonna be happy because at least Silent Hill still follows some of the characters. The new one is hopefully gonna follow them more accurately. Huh. Oh, thank you. Terrifier 4 is coming out. Filming is expected to begin late 2025. Possible premiere in October 2026. Huge. I would have thought that they were already kind of working on that. I thought that Damien Leone had that all plotted out already, or I assumed so. Could you imagine he's just winging it this whole time with all the lore and everything? Could see Resident Evil fans being pissed. Maybe they don't care. I think he'll be able to tell a fresh story in the world of the games. Me again, Zach? Yes. Again. No, I have not played the Mortuary Assistant. I think that I had looked that one up on Steam and it wasn't supported by Mac. I just so would not be surprised by that. You know, it is supported by Mac. Scanner Somber. God. I think we're getting a remake with Finn Wolfhard. I'm not sure if that's still happening. We talked about it a long time ago. And no, I know the sequel has been in development for a while. I'm pretty sure that's the next movie that they're making together. Or no, there might have been one other movie they wanted to make before Talk to Me. I think I saw that during like the Bring Her Back press. Oh, well, Ty West already made TCM. He already basically remade TCM with X, basically. So we really don't need another TCM. We really don't. We really don't. Thank you so much. Not trying to give you a backhanded compliment or anything. I know you're not going to be a big name actress, but really, I'm assuming that's going to be the case. Yeah, an Oscar is not in my future. We could talk about Final Destination now. We could talk about this now. Let's see if we get any hints in the article, and then I'll kind of weigh in on that. Okay. 7th Final Destination movie in development. This was announced 3 weeks ago, by the way. I've been letting the good stuff build. Oh my god. This is the first time I've seen Elijah Wood in The Toxic Avenger. I did not know he looked like this in the movie. That's wonderful. Okay, that really distracted me. So, highest $285 million worldwide. We win. Horror wins. Horror wins. Okay, New Line is moving forward with a follow-up to its horror final hiring that movie's co-writer Laurie Evans Taylor to pen the next installment. Nice. And okay, a bunch of executive producers. Don't care. Jeffrey. Okay. The 7th installment we ordered up in the wake of Bloodlines was a success. Okay, so this was the most. I know it's your job, but come on, Sean Squires, give us a little more than this. Such a nothing article, but we do know that one of the writers of Bloodlines is going to be penning the next installment. So that we can be hopeful about that. Okay, now we can oh, I thought this was like a new poster. I don't think I saw this one for Bloodlines. Okay, now we can speculate a little bit more on what the opening, the setting, what we're going to be following for Bloodlines. I think probably mostly all new characters. It has to be, right? Nobody, right? Maybe the aunt. Maybe the aunt will come back for the 7th one for like a little cameo or something. Do you think maybe it'll follow Miss Thang, Miss what's her face from part 2? Why can't Kimberly? Do we think Kimberly's gonna make a comeback? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy cuckoo bananas. But maybe like we're gonna get a new group of people, and maybe we'll get another survivor in the franchise. Who knows? Now, I have been saying I want a boating accident, but I guess I didn't really think about the whole wide world of, you know, possibilities concerning placing the opening in a different time, in a different decade. Because this one opening in the 60s was so rad. I don't know what. Now I want like a big 4th of July boat parade blow up type extravaganza. Do you know how many Final Destination deaths you could come up with boats? And it could be set at a lake. It could be, you know, there could be a really wide cast of characters. There could be a camp at the lake. There could be people just, you know, vacationing. There could be rich people. There could be working class people who they've owned their cabin up at the lake for 5 generations, and the rich people are trying to buy them out, and then death comes for them all. I don't know. I'm just tossing out, and I'm just trying to think of something to go along with my boating accident thing, or it could be on the ocean, on an island, takes place in Hawaii. Tropical Final Destination. I don't know about that one. I don't know. What are your guys' ideas? Oh, thank you so much. Not using Leon is fine in my opinion. He's approaching Batman levels of give him a break. A Gatorade in time to catch his style of overrated. Admitting the game's characters already happened for 15 years. We've suffered enough. I don't know anything about Leon. I'm sorry, I don't know that man. But I'm sure you're right. Oh, I don't know if it's coming to my theaters on opening weekend. I'm actually going to check this right now because I would need to get my tickets if that's the case. He looks like, he looks like, he literally looks like the Penguin, the newest, or no, not even the newest. He kind of looks like the Danny DeVito Penguin too. Yeah, I don't know. That just sort of came out of me. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really don't watch trailers. Not at all how the new Toxic Avenger looks in the movie. He's played by Peter Dinklage. Elijah Wood plays someone else. No, I know. Yeah, I didn't think he was playing the actual Toxic Avenger. I didn't know that's how he looked in the Toxic Avenger. That one. Okay, wait. I gotta make sure I get my tickets. This one is not, because usually I find out when things are coming because I just look on my AMC app. Oh my god! It is gonna be at my theater. Huge. Delicious. The 28th. Wait, I'm literally gonna book my ticket right now, but I need to just double check my schedule. Oh no! Oh shit! Because it comes out this Thursday, literally, or that's like preview night. But I am going to the re-release of Jaws on Thursday. Oh, okay, that's fine. I will have to go another day. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll go on the following Monday. I don't think I'm going to be doing a solo review of that one anyway, so forgive me. Forgive me. Also, forgive me for not paying attention to you for 2 seconds. I need to get my ticket. Also, tomorrow, I'm going to go see Trust, which I saw that Cody Leach gave 1 star on Letterboxd. Yippee! Can't wait. It's fine. I like going to the theater no matter what. You think that they ran out of ideas for to keep sequels interesting? Mary Elizabeth Winstead, okay, a lot of people think that she's not alive. I feel like it's almost not to the same debate level as Scream at all with Stu, obviously not, but it's just the best thing I have to compare it to, where I feel like there's a split in a lot of people think she is alive and want her to come back, and a lot of people think that she is not. And honestly, I feel like keeping us guessing is part of the marketing. So I don't know. I don't really see her coming back. I can see them bringing Kimberly back because that actress, love her. She's not done much. So, I feel like she's someone that's a little bit more of a viable pursuit to star in the next one, whereas Mary Elizabeth Winstead is, she's like married to Ewan McGregor and stuff. So I don't know what she's up to. AJ Cook, yeah, she's been doing TikToks and reels promoting Bloodlines on HBO Max. Either she's passionate or they're undisclosed ads. But I like to think that they're not. I would like to think that she is stoked about, chasing a return to the franchise. That's what I would like to think. Because I see, what's her face? She plays Elena and Catherine in The Vampire Diaries, and she's been doing TikToks playing Catherine and Elena again. Nina Dobrev. I knew it would come to me. And with her too, I feel like she's kind of, I don't know if there's just been a resurgence in the fandom or whatever, or if she's kind of like, hey, I'm ready for a reboot. I'm ready. Because that's kind of a vibe I get from her a little bit too. So, well, I just like didn't realize, because the tickets were not listed for my theater. I will tell you that for a long time. So, a concert disaster. I don't want to shoot out at a club. I don't want that. A tsunami, maybe, but I don't really know. I don't really know how people could get away from that in time, though. Like, if you're in the danger zone of getting swept up and killed by a tsunami, not likely you're getting out of that one. A concert, absolutely yes. I don't know if it would be in poor taste, though, because that my mind immediately goes to like Astro World. Like children died. Maybe it would be like a good PSA though, but I kind of like that Final Destination is really over the top and they're really, really unlikely scenarios. Planes are very safe. Bridges are very safe. What else we got? Well, the car crash one, actually, there are pileups like all the time. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. The roller coaster one, yeah, that also never happens. The racetrack one, that does happen. Like people have died. With like Formula One, like when they race in cities and stuff. What's the oh yeah, well, yeah, the tower, we don't have to worry about that one, do we? Unless you're up like in the Space Needle, but I don't think that's gonna fall down anytime soon. So the writers, did they confirm she died? I don't know. I haven't looked into that actually. Hello. I'm ranking of the Visionaries. I don't think I can pull that off the top of my head. Apologies. Thank you. They mentioned Kimberly from Part 2 and Bloodlines. I feel like that wasn't for nothing as far as a disaster. I believe a rocket launch could be, a fun and clever way to take the series to space. Yeah, you know what? That would be fun because the whole movie wouldn't be in space. But maybe we get, the opening disaster and then we get at least one of the deaths up in space. That would be fun. That would be fun because then it's like they evade death and then they still go up there and then somebody dies and they're like, okay, we got to go back down. We got to go back down. I would like that. Final Destination in space. Yeah. After only 7 movies, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I agree. I actually think that would be really, really fun. And they could do it in a period piece vibe. They could set it in when was the moon landing? Was that 1960? So like when did that rocket blow up? I actually don't really know my history on that one. But maybe they could set it, yeah, in like the early 60s or something and create a fictional event. That'd be fun. Well, but Bloodlines was in the 60s. Maybe do we want it in modern day? Probably. No, but Kimberly wouldn't have become an astronaut, would she? Unless she used her near-death experience to be like, I'm like new lease on life. I'm literally going to become an astronaut. That'd be kind of funny. I'd be here for that, probably. So, yeah, the Space Needle is sick. I haven't been there in like over a decade, but it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, death has a face turn. Some group kills a bunch of innocent people who weren't supposed to die yet, so death comes after them. Oh. That's crazy. That's an idea. Do we want, I don't think we've had a Final Destination that follows a group of just super shitty people yet. That would be a tonal shift. That'd be different. I kind of would want it to remain fun, like Bloodlines was. So I don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. Yeah, Jason X, that was the 10th movie. So I don't know if it'll be the 7th one for Final Destination. For Leprechaun, I think it was only the 4th movie. You went up to space. Who else? Yeah, okay. The Challenger blew up in the 80s. That's what I was trying to remember. So that'd be, yeah, if they made it set in the 80s, but they made it a more fictional event, I think that would be cool. I'd be into that. A ski lift. I don't think I would want the whole disaster to be the ski lift, but I would absolutely want to see a death on a ski lift. Are you joking? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I don't know how that would happen. I'm trying to think, like somebody's jacket gets caught in the machinery, or they end up somehow something gets looped on top of the wire and they're dangling and their pants rip and they fall, or 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 they have a really close call while they're on the ski lift. Listen, walk with me. Listen. They have a really close call on the ski lift, but they get off and they're like, "Whoa, that was crazy." And they start, going down and they're like, "Oh, let's go through the trees or whatever." And then someone's ski falls from the lift and literally just like cuts their head in half. That'd be so good. So good. A zoo stampede. I know, me too, but God, shooting in the snow must be such a bitch. Must be such a bitch. Yeah, so that's Final Destination. We don't know anything, unfortunately. That was just a fluff piece. But I am excited that we're going to have the same writer as Bloodlines, because that gives me hope that the tone will be similar and that it'll be good. So, next up, let's talk about Del Toro's Frankenstein coming to theaters. Oh my God. This was a concern of mine for the longest. And to the point where I'd kind of just, I was like, forget it. It's coming to Netflix, just like his Pinocchio. It's going to get the same treatment. It's fine. I've made my peace with it. But yes, it's coming to theaters in October and is likely only going to be there for like a month, or maybe even only 3 weeks. So yeah, so about 3-ish weeks. And only coming to select theaters. Once again, let me see if it's on the AMC app. There's no way tickets will be available yet, but I need to see. I need to know. Frankenstein. God, and this image, I just know it's going to be so much more faithful to the book. The original adaptation from the 30s, as iconic as it is, I just can't get behind all of it because it strays so far. Ugh, no results found in AMC. I wonder when that's going to come up and when the tickets are going to be available. I need to know soon. Anyway, okay. So, good news, bad news. Theatrical release will be quite limited. Boo. No word yet on how many theaters. That's it. It just seems so last minute. This is for me the culmination of a journey that has occupied most of my life. I first read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein as a kid and saw Boris Karloff in what became for me an almost religious state. Monsters have become my personal belief system. Del Toro is so fucking well spoken. Love him so much. There's strands of Frankenstein throughout my films: Kronos, Blade, Hellboy, Big Time on Pinocchio, and Along Long, etc. Exploring the relationship between humanity and monsters, creator and creation, father and son has consumed my stories again and again. Which, does he have children? I actually don't know. Del Toro. Does he have children? I don't think he has children. Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm looking on his Wikipedia. Spouse says children too. Oh, okay, so he's just like very private about them. So he does have children. Okay, anyway, I never knew that, but it should have been a given, honestly, with like the themes of his work. I wanted to make this film before I even had a camera. I've been actively pursuing it now for over 25 years. Doesn't this just make your heart happy? And thank God his name is going to be Victor Frankenstein again. Thank God. I literally forget his name in the original movie. I don't know why they changed it to whatever they did, but he's going to be Victor again. Oscar Isaac stars as Victor Frankenstein, Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein's monster, Mia Goth as Elizabeth Lavenza. Why don't I remember that character? Is that the daughter in the house that the monster finds? I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about. Christopher Waltz as Dr. Pretorius. That's exciting stuff. It's all good. All good. Let me see. David Bradley's in it. Oh, Ralph Ineson? Oh, that man has the face for period pieces. God, he's so good. And the voice for playing big giant monsters, as seen in Fantastic Four. The poster is giving Netflix. I wonder what Del Toro's first choice of the poster was. This one's a little better. I just hope, and these are production stills. These are not stills of the actual movie, so gotta bear that in mind. It does look a little Netflix to me. It does look a little industry standard flat Netflix to me. But it's really exciting. I'm just so happy that we get to see it in theaters. Might have to drive a little ways, but believe you me, I will. Believe you me, I will. Malfunction in the ski lift makes it go super fast. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I'd be in it for that. And then somehow their bodies get ripped up and like, they're like a finger flies off and like lands in someone's hot cocoa. They should let me write a few deaths for it. Poop Cruise Final Destination. Yeah, I think I mentioned that a while back, and then I ultimately landed on the boat horror that I want to see being a boat parade. Because a cruise ship, logistically, I don't really know how people could escape that unless the cruise ship was literally taking off, much like the plane in the first movie. And then I'm like, is that too repetitive? I don't know. The cruise ship would go crazy. That'd be a lot of deaths. That'd be a lot of deaths. I may not even show for a week. Probably only one weekend. How long? I think that Knives Out Glass Onion was in theaters for like 3 weeks or something. Like maybe it'll be something like that. Can't blame you. Can't blame you. There is nary a project that Jacob Elordi would be in that would not cross my desk. So I hear ya. Need the merch. What kind of merch would you want from that? I feel like I'd be good with maybe even just a comfy, cozy sweater just with Frankenstein and whatever font of Del Toro's choosing. Yeah, they have a very cheating reputation on theater distribution. Wish they could retain the film in theaters for a month before. I know. The thing is, it's so crazy. It's so evil how well they play the long game, because Glass Onion could have made like $1 billion in theaters. It was such a huge hit, but they pulled it after it had made like 200 million in like the first couple weeks or something, because they want you on their platform. They're playing the long game. God damn. Yes, Christoph Waltz, the man. I've never seen Django. His name was Henry Frankenstein. Henry. Yeah, I've still never seen Hellboy. I haven't either. I'm hoping so, because yeah, it's the culmination of his life's work basically, and he loves the original story so much. So he's finally going to maybe be the first to really, really properly do it justice. I don't think that there's ever been an actual like correct and true adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I know there have been a million over the years, but like there are so many elements that I've never seen in any of the adaptations that I've watched. I feel like I've consumed a good amount of them. I don't know. Oh, you're not in the US. RIP. Rest in peace. That's one of the reasons why I can never really be too adventurous with where I live. I'm probably going to stay in LA for my entire life. I love movies too much. Like, I have to be here. I need all the theatrical releases. The only other place I could reasonably live is like New York or London, and I hate the weather in those places, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway. Oh, really? I haven't seen any first looks from it, but I try to remain blind to all of that. All right, now for some Scary Movie 6 news. Are we ready, folks? Boom! Boom! Anna Faris and Regina Hall will return in a Scary Movie reboot, releasing summer of 2026. They're giving us a summer release. We win. We win. We win. We win. That's perfect. I'm glad it's gonna be a summer release. I feel like it's gonna be a huge hit. I think it's time. You know, I need to go back and give the Scary Movies another chance because I remember thinking they were so funny when. Ow! Oh! Oh! I just hit my Achilles on my chair, and that hurt. It's fine. The pain is fading. The pain is fading. It's fading. I don't remember. Oh my god. It's like, all right, chill out. Chill out. I was talking about, I'm going to give them another chance. I need to go back and rewatch them. And maybe I'll like them. I don't know. I just remember this kind of like early 2000s comedy not really being my thing. I remember watching American Pie at some point when I was like a teenager and I was like, this is dumb. So I don't know if it's just that era of comedy that I'm not super with. Once you get to like the late early 2000s, I'm super with it. I mean, what am I talking about? I mean, Freaky Friday and Mean Girls came out in the early 2000s. Maybe I don't know. I need to give them another chance, and obviously I will before the new one comes out. I think that we should do watch-alongs together. Definitely, we should marathon them together before the new one comes out, like we always do. But yes, so they said in a joint statement, we can't wait to bring Brenda and Cindy back to life and be reunited with our great friends Keenan, Sean, and Marlon. 3 men we literally die for. In Brenda's case, again. Michael Titties. Tides is directing the franchise's upcoming 6th installment. Oh, they have a release date, June 12th. Okay, Rick Alvarez writing and producing. Michael, why didn't they list any of his other credits? I don't know who that is. Hold on. Michael. Let me check the IMDb. Oh, I need to turn my fan on. What are you known for? Okay. He was the director of Half-Baked, Totally High, Sextuplets, Naked, 50 Shades of Black, A Haunted House 2. That's a Haunted House. Those look like parodies of Paranormal Activity. I don't even know if I know that those existed. Is that Marlon Wayans? Huh. All right. So, and then Rick Alvarez, I feel like I should know that name. What did Rick Alvarez do? Rick Alvarez. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be the right person. Oh, yeah, okay. So he was a producer on A Haunted House. He was a producer on White Chicks. He produced Scary Movie 2. He produced some of Marlon Wayans' stand-up. So, yeah, this one's in good hands. It's in good hands. And then a recent statement, the Wayans brothers said, we couldn't be more excited to be a part of the new Scary Movie and work with each other again. It's a franchise we created more than 20 years ago. We remember people laughing in the aisles and hope to see that happen again. Look forward to working with Jonathan Glickman and his team at the new Miramax. Blah, blah, blah. Press statement. Yeah. So 2013 was the last year that we got a Scary Movie. That seems so weirdly recent. Is that the one that Lindsay Lohan was in with like Charlie Sheen? I remember that being weird. I remember that one being really weird. I don't know if I saw the whole thing. Yeah, that was a little bit stupid. Like, sit in chairs much. Anyway. I'm also curious to see if they're gonna get Melissa Barrera in it. I wonder if they're gonna snag her. I loved when they were fueling the rumors on that. I would like them to keep that going. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you could still see that. Thank you. I have to ask, since Ghostface is pulling double duty and Marissa Rivera is interested in Scary Movie 6, which of his returns are you most excited for? Wait. Which of his returns? Who? Marissa. I need more context, I fear. Marissa Rivera is from... What is she from? I don't know who this is. Let me look her up on Instagram. Oh, she's a new cast member on the Try Guys. Do you remember that whole cheating scandal? That was crazy. That was so crazy. Now they have new cast members and stuff. I've never like watched the Try Guys really. I like quite honestly found out what their whole deal was because of the whole cheating scandal. So she is someone on that team. I'm assuming she... Wait, is that Ned or is that the other short white one? That's the one called Zach. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know these people. I'm assuming she's a comedian. I don't know. Does she act? I don't know. I can't say, I don't know anything about her, so I can't really have an opinion on like if she would be in Scary Movie 6. Ghostface, at this point, I think I'm more excited about the return to Scary Movie. Probably. Because whatever they release now in that franchise is probably going to be more my vibe. It's going to be more current. So who knows? I might even like Scary Movie 6 more than the rest of the franchise. So that's probably what I'm more excited for. There was a quote from Neve Campbell lately. I guess we can talk about this. She said this hit me so weird. We need to discuss. Because she said that she pushed for the film to reset back to the suspense of Craven's original. And okay, so Kevin Williamson explained Neve wants to go back to the first one and find the suspense and really concentrate on scary, not bloody. And I'm like, what? And also they're just like saying like, give her anything less than a happy ending is mean. So like, okay, obviously she's not gonna die. She's gonna have a happy ending. Okay, that just struck me so weird because I'm like, the original was so bloody. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Getting back to scary, less bloody? I think we've been doing that. It's giving me the ick a little bit. It's giving me the ick a little bit. I'm really confused. The opening of the original Scream, like, do we remember? Do we remember that? Also, I don't know. The scene with Gale in Scream 6 is really, it is, I don't know, that's tense. It's like a very long cat and mouse kind of game. The chase scenes in Scream 6, I feel like there's a lot of suspense there. There's a lot of buildup. Like, frankly, I don't know what she's talking about. I kind of feel like it's just a quote that was taken a little bit out of context that was, I'm hoping, kind of blown out of proportion, and they're just saying things because they're like, oh well, it's time for the you know, try yearly press release update. What are we gonna say? So I don't know. I just thought that was weird. At the parody elevated horror, I guess, but like in the 2020s, we've gotten way back to fun horror. I don't feel like things are particularly elevated currently. I feel like all the horror releases this year have just been fun. You know, I like Weapons scared me. There's some heavy moments, but that movie's hilarious. I guess like Long Legs last year was pretty serious. First Omen was serious, kind of, you know, artsy. I don't feel like things have been that elevated lately. I'm having trouble pulling things to mind. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Honestly, I'm a franchise fan. I like franchises. I like IP. There, I said it. Oh, Melissa Barrera. Okay. I was like, who's and I probably should have clocked that that's what you meant, but what was her name? I already forget. It's already gone. It already just disappeared from my Instagram. So, oh well. Oh well. Oh, I don't think they will. They've already been filming it. So, but yeah, oof, mama, the delays, the drama. I don't know. Yeah, the opening of Scream 5 was great. I thought that it harkened back to the original pretty flawlessly. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Thank you. I mean, beyond the opening and some of the finale, the original isn't too bloody, if that's what she means. But there is, like, the opening and the finale are very bloody. I don't know. I'm trying to think back to, like, Scream 4 is pretty bloody. Even the second act kills are. And that's still Craven. And then 5 and 6. Kyle Gallner's death wasn't bloody, was it? I don't think so. Who else? I can't remember. Oh, Judy, rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't know. I'm having a hard time remembering much of it now. Oh, bring her back. Yeah. That one I feel like is there is the exception though, not the rule. And yeah, depressing. I don't know about elevated. That movie laid everything out for ya. Laid everything out for ya. Just was really depressing. I don't know if depressing equals elevated. I also feel like the definition of elevated has gotten a little bit lost. It's a little unclear exactly what that means to me now. So, am I looking forward to Chris Stuckman's movie? I'm certainly interested in it. I'm looking forward to it a little bit more now knowing that Mike Flanagan came on as a producer and they did reshoots. So, hopefully there was like really good constructive criticism and it was cleaned up and we're getting a good movie out of it. I think that it premieres. Did it already? I feel like if it had, I would have heard more about it now. Because it was going to be premiering at like Fantastic? A festival. It's premiering at a festival. But yeah, I can't remember which one and when and if it's already happened. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, cool. Marco Beltrami. Good shit. Good shit. Oh, her lemon squares. Rest in peace. Yeah, Randy's death was still bloody, just wasn't on screen. Indeed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of the bedroom scene. Like that was crazy. Yeah, elevated was a term made by people who hate horror. Can't deny that some recent releases are good movies, so they say it's elevated from everything else that is proudly part of the genre of horror. Yeah, like I know Get Out was proclaimed as being elevated. Everything Jordan Peele does, everything that Robert Eggers does, which I can see. Like elevated, I would say, is horror that, like my definition, elevated horror would be horror that its main goal is exploring its thematic intentions. That's probably how I would define it. Like the Babadook, I would probably also consider because of exactly what Jenna Ortega said. It's a meditation on motherhood and grief. But then, I don't know, that word just got thrown around a little bit too much, and then it became clear it was being used by snooty snooter snobs, and then I was like, oh, I don't want to call things elevated anymore. So, Yeah, you don't. Of course, you don't need bloody to make it scary. I agree with that. I just think that there has been a really good mix of that in the franchise since the first one. So that's why I'm like, what do you mean getting back to it? It's been that. Oh, the version without the reshoots already premiered. Oh, interesting. So that's when it was like picked up for distribution, and they were like, yes, but we're gonna make some changes. Interesting. Interesting. Elevated horror is when everyone in the movie is depressed, and the monster ghost is just a depressed little guy. Like I said, the Babadook. Exactly that. Escalated. We should make that a term, though. That'd be funny. Escalated horror. What do I have next? Oh, yeah. I don't think that we have any real news on this. This is probably going to be a fluff piece, but I was curious about Weapons reportedly considering an Aunt Gladys prequel movie. Like, okay. Oh, wait. This does not look like fluff. This looks like there's a little more thought. Okay. Maybe wondering if they're considering a sequel, but when was this reported? 2 weeks ago? The movie literally came out like 3 weeks ago. Are you joking? Came out like 20 days ago. Okay, often leads to another, so not a sequel, but it's a prequel. Because, like, of course, right? They've been talking to Cregger about a potential prequel, played by Amy Madigan, mysterious character. Interesting to know that Cregger actually did cut some material from the Weapons script that would have delved a bit into the backstory of Aunt Gladys. Sounds like this Weapons prequel would expand upon the material that would have served as the film's Aunt Gladys chapter. There was going to be an Aunt Gladys chapter? Oh, I could be here for that. Now with the movie's wild success, that lost chapter will be expanded to a full-length story. Sources say no deals have been made, nor is there any timeline. No deals have been made. No deals have been made. Okay. But if they're reporting on it, I think that they're trying to gauge public interest, and everyone's already been talking about it, so I feel like it's probably going to happen. Unless it's like The Crooked Man, where they tease it out for a couple years, and then they're like, okay, forget about it. The next take is Resident Evil. The next one will dive right into me. When all but one child runs. Oh, yeah, okay, we already know that. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I did learn something new, actually. It wasn't just a fluff piece. I didn't realize that he had a whole... Well, of course, he probably had figured out the backstory for Aunt Gladys and all of that, but because there aren't that many answers in the movie, and because of his writing style for Barbarian, where he was like, you know, I wrote the first act, and then I wrote that crazy twist, and, like, even I didn't know where it was going after that point. Like, I didn't know if he just free-handed the Weapons script, too, so... I didn't know that there was that backstory. So, we did already talk about Final Destination. Oh, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I already shot it, and it'll be going up on October 1st. Yeah, I'm so excited. I always get so excited for that I shoot it, like, in the middle of the summer. Yeah, I agree. I literally said in my review that I did not want a sequel, and then I posted that video the Monday. Nope. I was late on this one. The Friday after the film's release, a week after it released, and someone was in my comments telling me, oh, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's probably going to be a prequel. And I was like, you're kidding me. You are kidding me. Huge fan of Amy Madigan. Seeing a different actress playing her in a prequel will be really unsatisfying. Yeah, I wonder, because I think that I'd probably be more interested in a period piece of that character and getting a little slice of life and getting more lore on where they came from. But if it's something that was originally going to be a chapter in Weapons, it probably will be Amy Madigan. I would assume, right? Which I think I'm a little less interested in the build-up to how she got to Maybrook than I am in her earlier life, but you're right. I would definitely want Amy Madigan back. And it'd be interesting to see how she, you know, destroyed the previous town or whatever. I don't know. A 20-minute short. Yeah, that would essentially be like what was trimmed from Weapons, I guess, so... I don't know, but then, like, nobody would see it. I think the Ant chapter would be interesting, but so thin it wouldn't be enough to support a whole movie. Unless they show her doing what she did in Weapons and no survivors, it may not be enough. I think it's fine we don't explain it. Yeah, but it seems like they're going to, so I'm like, okay, if they're going to, this is what I would want. And yeah, I agree with that take. That's why I would definitely be more interested in an earlier story. Like, I would like to see the early life of Gladys and maybe make it a way back period piece. I think there's room to play kind of with the age of that character. It could be cool. So, anywho, not the most stoked on that one, but I would be sad. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't sad. So, next up on the docket, let's talk about Color Out of Space filmmaker Richard Stanley to write Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3. They're making a third one. I don't know why. I haven't really seen people talking about Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare. I haven't seen people talking about Bambi the Reckoning. They've not had even a fraction of the virality as the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. So it's unclear to me how much money they're making and why they're still pursuing this. I fail to understand, but Scott Chambers will take over directing duties from Reese Frake Waterfield. So Scott Chambers, I think, was he the guy that played Christopher Robin in Blood and Honey 2? Can't remember which one of them it was. Wildly excited to be joining Scott Chambers' creative team as screenwriter on the mind-wrenching third installment of a beloved blood-soaked saga that has revitalized independent genre film production in the UK. 100 Acre Wood will never be the same again. I've always been a huge fan of Color Out of Space and all of Richard's work. Now with the third installment underway, I can't wait to see what his wild new vision come to life. Work has already begun. It promises to take everything to an entirely new level. Blah, blah, blah. Equipped with a bigger budget than previous installments. Bigger than Blood and Honey 2? I think that I can't really remember. Blood and Honey 2 had a budget of like, what was it? Was it like 100K? Or no, the first one had a budget of like 80K or something. Then the second one, I want to say they might have put like $250,000 to it. Something crazy. And they're going to be putting even more into the third one. I might be behind the times, and that's bad because this is my job. But like, did you guys watch Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare? Did you watch Pinocchio? Or yeah. Is the Pinocchio one about to come out, and then Bambi Reckoning, that one already came out, and I've not been keeping up, obviously. Maybe they're doing really well in the UK. I don't know. I loved Blood and Honey 2, and then the other movies that have come out have not come to my theaters, not even for like special Fathom events the way that the first movie did. So I've not wanted to pay $20 or whatever to buy them on Apple or rent them or whatever. So just haven't done that. Am I behind? Am I seriously behind on all of this? I don't know. Color Out of Space is crazy. Color Out of Space is wild. I need to rewatch that movie. I do. Because the last time I was really high off an edible, and I don't know if I was entirely all right while I was watching that film. It was so crazy. But I feel like being off an edible is kind of the only way to watch it. Whoop. Sorry. But it's so fucked up and it's so weird. Tommy Chong is there so randomly. Some of the acting is so good and some of it's so bad. Some of the visuals are so good. Some of them are so disgusting. It's just like such a crazy movie. So I can see the collab. Like, I can get there on this. Still a little unexpected. I've heard two is much improved. Bambi is maybe kind of enjoyable. Okay. Yeah, I have a hard time believing anything would live up to Blood and Honey 2. That one was actually really fun. Yeah, the second movie was great. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Massacre. They need to hire me. That'd be fun. Have you actually been watching them, though? Because this feels like a step down from that. I know, right? I don't think they'll be getting Nick Cage in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, though I would be more than sad if they did. Yeah, the first one sucked. Sucked ass. But the second one was great. I only watched the Winnie the Pooh ones. They were bad. Heard the Peter Pan one is the least bad. It seems like the Black Phone. What? The Peter Pan one is like the Black Phone? Okay. I didn't expect those in the same sentence together. With the Disney horror stuff, at least there is something for everyone to check out. Yeah. Yeah. The greatest film director of all time, guys. Guys, you can't ask me that. Purely for how influential, I would probably say Steven Spielberg. I don't know. I would need to give that way, way, way more thought. So, nah, not doing that. That's true. He'll do any movies at this point. Yeah. Could they get the money for Nick Cage? Honestly, I think that Nick Cage will work for kind of seems like any amount of money. He does a lot of weird indie stuff to the point that it seems like I don't know if he's still paying off his debts. I think he just likes working. So maybe he would do it. Not sure. All right, we have a bunch of like little news, okay? Just lots of little things to go through. Nothing really big. I don't think I'll share the actual articles on this because it's really just like some of our favorite people that have been announced for new horror movies. I know it's an impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. I don't because then you got to go back to like, well, okay, but who influenced Spielberg and who influenced the guy that influenced Spielberg? I don't know. I don't know. So he did Wicker Man. Well, that one was honestly probably a pretty good sized check because American remakes were super, super popular at that time. Anyway, so Justin Long is going to be in a horror comedy called Coyotes with Kate Bosworth, which I forget who she is. Let me look that up really quick. That might be his girlfriend. Let me look it up. Yes. That is, are they married now? They're married now. They got married in 2023. Adorable. So it's also apparently Coyotes is releasing in theaters nationwide on October 3rd. Directed by Colin Minahan, who directed Grave Encounters and What Keeps You Alive. What Keeps You Alive, so underrated. You need to watch it right now and go in so blind. Going so blind. Oh my god. Okay. One of the writers on it is Tad Daggerhart, who did The Expendables 4. Oh. Oh. So yeah, stars real life couple Justin Long and Kate Bosworth that follows a family trapped in their Hollywood Hills home who must fight for survival as a pack of savage coyotes closes in. Okay. Okay, sure. The scene, Mark Goldberg, by the way, is quoted in this. He said, no, not elevated. He said, Coyotes is an elevated, nuanced horror comedy with an unsettling atmosphere. It's an unforgettable film that will be on every moviegoer's mind this fall. At Aura, these are exactly the types of films we bring to audiences worldwide. Bold, genre-savvy, and creatively unabashed. Okay, ChatGPT, can you write me a yuppie corporate press release statement? Thank you. Next up, we've got, you know what, I should share my screen. Because you're not looking at what I'm looking at, and that's just better. Yeah, so Victorian Psycho is going to be starring Micah Monroe. This is an adaptation of a book that I frankly have not heard of before, but it is written by a woman, and Margaret Qualley has been set to star in, and it's going to be a psychological horror thriller. Ooh. Oh, wait, no, she had been. I'm so sorry. But that iteration of the project is no more. Qualley and A24 have departed the project with Micah Monroe stepping in to star. So then I wonder who's producing. Thomas and McKenzie and Jason Isaacs are going to be in it. Oh, Zachary Wigan, who directed Sanctuary, is directing. Oh, and the script is coming from the author herself. Oh my god. Sanctuary is like one of the most underrated films of all time. Starring Margaret Qualley, by the way, and Christopher Abbott. One of the horniest things ever. It's so good. Monroe takes on the lead role of the young eccentric governess Winifred Naughty, who in 1858 arrives at the remote Gothic manor known as Enzer House. Her responsibilities include teaching children table manners, educating them about their family's history, all whilst hiding her psychopathic tendencies. Oh, she's a psychopath! As Winifred assimilates into life at Enzer House, staff members begin to inexplicably disappear, and the owners of the estate begin to wonder if there is something amiss about their new governess. Oh, that's amazing. She was fighting a psychopath. Now she's going to play one. Oh, I'm so here for that. I'm so here for that. I will catch up with you guys in a minute. There's only a couple other things here. Next up is Spawn of the Living Dead. Kane Hodder and Bill Moseley are starring in a movie from Night of the Living Dead co-creator. Very fun. John A. Russo, co-writer of Night of the Living Dead, is headed back into the zombie arena with Spawn of the Living Dead. So we're getting another of the Dead. Very interesting. Actually sounds like something of an unofficial sequel to Night of the Living Dead. Alongside Casper Van Dien. He's a sweet guy. I know him. Anyway, Annie, I am not familiar with this person. Annie Kid Wolf. Okay, the 1968 zombie plague is ending. The living dead, eaters of human flesh who are lurking in the Evans City Cemetery, are being gunned down and burned by an armed posse led by Sheriff Ken Johnson and Deputy Jeff Sanders. Dr. Harold Ormsby is also on the scene with a team of white-coated laboratory assistants collecting zombie specimens by shooting them with immobilizing darts the same way animals are captured for zoos. Their mission is to carry out experiments on the undead in hopes of finding out what caused the plague and how it can be cured. Ooh. Okay. Oh, Todd Masters of Final Destination Bloodlines will design the film Zombies. Cool. I don't know why. Why is he here? I don't know. Wait, because Michael Berryman, because he's going to be in it? Oh, I was like, that's random. Why is he pictured here? I thought the whole article was just like about these two. So I was like, oh. Okay, cool. And then Trina Parks. I don't know who that is. Okay, cool. Cool. That's exciting. We're finally at the time of year where we're getting like good announcements, like seeing what the big people are up to in horror. Last one before I catch up with you guys. October. Sophie Wilde and Chase Sweet Wonders join this guy's A24 Halloween movie. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Oh my God. Chase Sweet Wonders, by the way. Sophie Wilde, Chase Sweet Wonders, Sophie Wilde, Chase Sweet Wonders, by the way. Are you kidding me? We're getting them in a movie together? Oh, he's the director of Green Room. Oh, he did Rebel Ridge. I still haven't seen that. I heard it was really good though. And it's going to be called October. That's literally when I want to name my first child that. Anyway, okay. Corey Michael Smith. Why do I feel like I know that name? Corey Michael Smith. Do I know that person? Corey Michael Smith is... I don't know this man. Do I? I do not know this man. Do I? I saw May December if he was in that. I did not see Saturday Night, but I wanted to. Do I know you? He's got one of them white guy faces. I don't know. I think I might be like gaslighting myself. I don't think I know this man. Anyway, okay. Oh, gotta share my screen again. Sorry. No word on the role Smith will be playing in October. Plot details are being kept under wraps. Boo! It's going to be a fugitive thriller set during Halloween. Solana will direct from his own script with A24 producing and financing. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know any of the producers. Oh, Josh Safdie. Oh, interesting. Excuse me. Megan Blair. Oh, she was in Green Room. I should know who that is. Who is Megan Blair? Megan Blair. Did I just say she? I sure hope not. It's a man. I'm sorry to this man. I don't think I know him. But he was in Green Room, which I have seen. Oh, well. That's okay. So, yeah, I think that's about it. That was all I wanted to cover And then I did on Bloody Disgusting last week, Weapons was #1 at the box office for the second weekend, with $148 million worldwide, probably more now. That's just huge. You know, horror is winning. Love that. Besides that, I think it might be time to react to the Halloween game trailer. If you're down, I'm gonna catch up with the chat first, but Nick Cage has never been in an M. Night movie before. Oh my god, I never thought about that. That seems like such an obvious collab. Nick Cage mowed my lawn last week for a 6-pack, and I would believe that. I would believe that. Yeah, but that's all. It's also so subjective. Absolutely. I was trying to be as objective as possible, and it's just not possible. I thought her performance was great. I just had other issues with long legs, I think, but I overall enjoyed myself. She's so great in Watcher. That's probably like her best performance of all time. Yeah, this is the news. The book only came out in January? Well, no wonder I hadn't heard of it. I gotta read that. I know, but like, I don't think it had any marketing. Like, nobody saw that movie. I feel like it's very niche. It's very secretary. It's very, I don't know. Sophie Wilde was in Baby Girl. I was like, no, she was just around. She was in Baby Girl last year. Yeah. I haven't seen The Studio, I don't think. But I loved her in I Know You Did Last Summer. It was so great. I know, right? Right. Yeah. Yeah, give me it. Give me it. We do all look the same, sorry. Yeah, I because it's sorry, like I'm sorry. Yeah, which I didn't recognize him. Yeah, I must have. I'm sorry if she heard him. My bad. I know we always do. I still feel like we never get enough. I don't know why there isn't a Halloween themed movie drenched in orange and yellows, you know, like that color palette. Why don't we get that every single year? I don't even care if they're good. Like I need those vibes. I need them. So, anywho, top 3 movies of the month. I mean, I feel like I kind of do that in my monthly recaps. You get an idea of what the best is. All right, I'm gonna react to the new Halloween game trailer, and probably gonna make sure that it's not the red band one. Game trailer. Okay, this does not say red band, so I think it should be fine. Whoop. Hold up. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to be like a bigger screen. Theater mode. Yes, okay. Alrighty. Let's do this. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Okay. All right. Oh, the OG music. Wait, can you hear it, by the way?
A quiet town.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get
just like
copyright.
Hundreds of other small towns all across America. A town just like yours.
Sounds a lot like Donald
But
Pleasance.
it was here on October 31st, 1963. No motive, no warning, no provocation.
Vibes, guys.
Just
Vibes.
senseless death.
Why can't I play this on my Mac?
I met him 15 years ago. I thought there was hope that he could be reached.
That looks lifted right out of Halloween.
What I met was not a child. No emotion. Perhaps not even human. 15 years later, he returned home. What happened that night was only the beginning. It wasn't just a killing spree. It was a reckoning.
Whoa. Calm down. He was going to be. Come on, we have to go.
Michael cuts the power.
No. You can't stop him. You can't reason with him. You can't kill the boogeyman.
I wonder whose voice that is. It's kind of weird that it sounds like Donald Pleasance, but it's not. Visual fonts and everything. Single player multiplayer experience. Oh Oh, it might be multiplayer. That's cool. Or will be. I want to play it so bad. Literally all they have. Yeah, no, the accent is down. Is down. 6 times. Scott always quotes that. He quotes that all the time. I mean, I didn't get any vibe of like story or anything, but I don't care. Like just based on the vibes alone, I'm like, yeah, that looks like Pasadena. That looks like Haddonfield. I want to be there. Yeah, yep, I want to be there. Yep. But yeah, not a whole lot to react to there. Getting Friday the 13th game. Yeah, no, I know it's supposed to be Loomis, but it's obviously not Donald Pleasance. So yeah, let me just inquire a little further. Halloween game. Do I dare put Mac in the search bar? Wait. Can you play upcoming Halloween game on Mac? God damn it. New Halloween game coming out. Will unleash Michael Myers onto Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and PC. God damn it. God damn it. I cannot justify buying a new computer just for gaming. I can't do it. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I just need to book another couple Asylum rolls, get a little extra money on the table, just, you know, because we're fundraising for Famished. I can't buy a... God damn it. Why am I such a Mac girl? Oh, good night. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams, and thank you so much for the bingo card. That's so huge. Wait, why are people saying Tyler Perry? Did I say that on accident? I don't know. Get a PS5? I can't. I cannot. Again, these are not questions I can answer. I can't do greatest of all time. I can't answer that. I can't. I cannot. I can't do video game controllers. I can't do them. I hate them so much. Like I don't have the hand-eye coordination for controllers for whatever reason. I don't know why. I can play guitar. I've picked that up pretty quickly, pretty easily. I cannot play video games with a controller. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Scott, bless him, does not play video games. So the answer is no. The answer is no. PS5 has a keyboard controller? Okay, but a PS5 is like $400 million, isn't it? Maybe I could find a used one. $500 is cheaper than a PC. Guys, I can't spend... Could I hook the PS5 up to my computer? Is that a thing? I don't know. Much to think about. You've given me much to think about here. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. So if you have more info on that, then definitely drop it in the comments down below. But thank you so much for joining me for Horror Movie News. Finally, we had some juicy stuff to talk about. Finally. This really brought me back to life. Before the stream, I was all like, I'm tired. I have a headache. Boo, 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 boo. And now I'm all like jazzed. And I'm considering buying a PS5. No. I can't, because then if I do that, don't I have to buy like games on physical media? I can't just like buy them on Steam. Is that... I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm just thinking out loud at this point. Anyway, thank you for joining the stream tonight. I hope that you had a blast. I will probably pick up with you guys again next week. Obviously, Monday, we are considering continuing our Conjuring marathon with The Devil Made Me Do It, the last movie in our little marathon before the new one comes out. And then maybe I'll be finishing Scanner Somber. I guess. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe we should just do another round of like horror would you rather instead or something. I think that might be my preference. But let me know. I hope to see you then. Bye.